Black Ops 7 Zombies reveal has finally happened, and alongside the amazing gameplay trailer that showcased how beautiful the new Ashes of the Day map, we got two massive blog posts showcasing everything coming to Black Ops 7 at launch, including new game modes, new quality of life changes, and many other things. And today we're gonna be taking a look at the new Perk system, and more specifically the new Augment system coming in Black Ops 7, because there's a lot to talk about in this one. We're also getting a new perk called Wisp-T, which is actually amazing. We're gonna take a look at this one in just a moment, and we're also getting some changes to the Wunderfizz machine. So let's get into this. We're gonna start with the Wunderfizz changes because I feel like this one is pretty huge. Every perk you purchase in Black Ops 7 Zombies is going to happen the same way it happened in BO6. So every time you buy a perk, the next one is gonna be 500 essence more expensive, but the Wunderfizz spawns in a different way in this game because it's not going to be there available after round 25. In Black Ops 7, the arrival of Wunderfizz machine is dependent on you and your teammates. It also arrives after a certain number of perks have been bought, including repurchases. So if you go down and you rebuy Jug, that counts in as well by you or all players in the match. Now, there is a bit of a tricky situation that they're putting in here because you could potentially use Gobblegums to get perks. I wonder if this count for the Wunderfizz to spawn in early. Maybe you pop a Perkaholic as a solo player and that might just spawn in the Wunderfizz around 1. I really want to see how they manage this. Also, I read some things online from some people. Apparently you need 4 or 5 perks to buy in solos in order to spawn in the Wunderfizz. And of course, if you're playing in a 4-man team, it's maybe 16, maybe 20 perks, something like that. But I definitely want to know how early you can actually spawn the Wunderfizz because it can make the game a bit easy and have all the perks available too early on, but it also opens up the door for so many more things. Like, for example, you're playing Black Ops 6 on Citadel, you are not allowed to buy PhD until round 25 with the Wunderfizz. Of course, there was a side quest for that, but for example, you're playing in the team, only one person is gonna get that. So definitely a W change, but I really want to see how this works as well. And also, after this, we're getting some massive changes to the Augment system as well. We're getting every perk from BO6 as well, so 11 perks, and the new Wisp-T perk, so 12 in total at the launch of Black Ops 7. But this Augment system is kind of changing a bit because right now, every perk is going to get 2 extra augments, so we're going to have 8 augments in total per perk, and there's going to be a 9th one called extra slot for every perk in the game, for every ammo mod, for every field upgrade and everything. That will allow you to actually use 2 minor augments instead of 1 and 1 major, meaning you can have 3 augments per perk per match. This is absolutely huge because it's gonna make the game so much more interesting, giving you so much more power. But anyways, let's go through every new augment coming for every perk in Black Ops 7 Zombies, new and returning one. And of course, we're gonna be starting with a new perk called Wisp-T. Very, very cool name. I really love the perk can here, really like the icon as well, looks pretty interesting. So for the major augments, we have Mask of Wrath, a demon spawn zine that does more damage. So you're gonna have some sort of an entity or something spawning in that will kill zombies for you. Basically, the way this works, this wisp will begin to slay nearby zombies for 30 seconds with a 2-minute cooldown, and it can be summoned again later. The wisp is summoned after defeating a number of zombies, so even though the 2 minutes pass after you spawned in, you might not get it again if you don't kill enough zombies. The number is important rather than the speed of slaying, though obviously the wisp will appear more quickly if the enemies are killed with haste. So for example, you're killing huge hordes of zombies really quick, of course the guy is gonna spawn in a bit faster, but you still need to reach a certain amount of kills, which we don't know yet how many we need. The Wisp would also target every type of zombie in the game, no matter if it's an elite or special zombie or anything. I'm really curious to see if it's gonna work against a boss zombie as well, which is really, really nice. And also, the Wisp realizes the importance of turning around and will refrain from killing the last zombie in the round. This is massive. So, if this guy spawns in and there's only 1 zombie in the round, he's not gonna kill him to progress the round. Also, the same thing applies for Brain Rot as well. Apparently now, if you Brain Rot the zombie, and there's only 1 other zombie left in the round, the brain rotted zombie will not attack it, so it will not progress the round, which is very, very nice. let's get back to the augment. So for major, we had Mask of Wrath. This is a demon wisp. Mask of Salvation, a fox this time, spawns in and can revive you while it's active. This can be done up to 3 times per match, so you get basically 3 extra self revives, which is huge. Mask of Distraction is going to spawn in a monkey that attracts enemies and does damage in the area. And lastly, we got Mask of Benevolence. A maiden spawns in that does not attack but would periodically heal you. All of these sound pretty amazing, but I'm pretty sure these two are gonna be like made a lot. Mask of Wrath and Mask of Salvation, but nonetheless the other ones sound pretty cool as well. And for the minor augments, we have Extension, of course, increases the Wisp's lifetime. Haste decreases the cooldown before the Wisp can be summoned, very cool. Zombie Sitter, this one is huge. The Wisp will attract and avoid damaging the last zombie in the round until the round times out. So for example, you have a zombie alive, you wanna do Easter egg steps. The Wisp will spawn in and keep that zombie away from you while you do your stuff until he actually dies out. I think it's like 15 minutes or something like that, which is crazy. Love this one. And also the last one is massive, Fetcher called. The Wisp will pick up items and power-ups for you, aside from a nuke. So for example, there's an insta-kill somewhere, that Wisp will go and get it for you. There's like a Casimir grenade that you already have on you, or maybe there's plates or something like that. He will bring those things to you, which is absolutely huge. But anyways, let's go to the other perks. I really love what they did with this new one. I really wish we had more stuff like this. I think this one is like fantastic and cannot wait to see it in play. But let's go to the new augments coming to the 11 perks already existing in Black Ops 6 Zombies. We're only gonna go over the new ones. The old ones are gonna stay absolutely the same. So for Juggernaut, we have one major augment that is new called Iron Core. Your health is increased when all of your armor plates are broken. I don't know if anybody's gonna stay away from this or from reactive armor maybe, but this one sounds pretty cool. Having more health whenever you don't have plates on, kind of interesting. And for the minor augments, you have Shake It Off. Incoming damage will occasionally be significantly reduced. This can again be very good, but if this happens pretty often, because if it's like once every like 15 attacks, for example, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. Moving on to PhD, for the major augment we have Double Whammy, release a second explosion shortly after the first one. I don't think anybody's gonna use this and take and pretty much throw away PhD slider, but definitely an interesting one. And for the minor we have Stuntman, wall jumping creates an explosion as well. Very good, but again, Tribologist, it's so good. Elemental Pop, for the major one we have Rainbow Pop. Weapons with an ammo mod equip have a chance to deal the elemental damage that an enemy is weak to. Very cool. It doesn't matter what the ammo mod you have, but if you have this augment and you, for example, you have Brain Rot and you're attacking an amalgam, with this augment you're gonna do the elemental damage to the amalgam, which is Deadwire or Shadow Rift. Very cool. And for the minor we have Refresh Mint. I'm definitely reading all of this wrong. Killing a special or elite enemy with its elemental weakness resets your elemental pop cooldown. Very interesting, but I don't know, very situational as well. And I think Vulnera Beam is just so good. Or maybe just use Chill Berry in general to have a reduced cooldown on all ammo mods. For Melee Macchiato, here we have some interesting changes. For the major one, we have Mocha Mole. The punch is replaced with your dedicated melee weapon. I think this is massive because every time you're gonna punch, you're not gonna have that very annoying animation, so you're gonna swing, for example, with your knife or whatever you have in your hand and deal that extra damage, which is great. And for the minor, we have the Barista Brawl. Gain more essence from melee kills. Again, absolutely massive one. It's gonna make melees more important in the game, giving you more essence, of course, if you have Melee Macchiato on. And I think, as always, Espresso and Barista Brawl is gonna be going absolutely insane. But this new one and this one is pretty cool as well, especially with the new changes coming to the melee weapons as well, where you can actually hit critical shots with it or critical hits with it. You can like kind of control where the melee attack goes to now. For Vulturade, great changes here as well. Armormatic for major, picking up an armor plate automatically applies to your vest. This is massive. You don't have to plate up anymore. It just automatically puts it on. Huge. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna throw away everything else for this one. And extra serving for the miner, special and elite enemies you kill have a chance to drop large essence vial. These can be a bit interesting, give you a bit more salvage or essence, but there's not that many specials or elite zombies in Black Ops 7. They're not going to spam you as much, so I don't know how good this is going to be. Also, Peaky Eater is just too good. To get your equipment back, yeah, it's insane. Moving on to double tap. For the major augment, we have double dealer. Every fourth bullet in your weapon deals double damage. Interesting, but again, double standard or double impact is just too good. And then minor augment, we have double down. Bullet weapons have increased penetration damage through enemies. This could actually be pretty good for higher rounds. I kind of like this one, to be fair. Moving on to quick revive. Here we have for the major augment, adrenaline rush. Killing a special or elite enemy will start your health regeneration. Interesting, but again, I don't think this is going to replace Dying Wish by any chance, but now we have something else to revive us, which is kind of cool. But for the minor augment, we have emergency medical kit. You can now craft a self-revive kit up to 4 times. This is huge, because now you can only pretty much craft 3 times. And in case you run out whenever you're doing high rounds, well, you can craft another one, which is amazing. I think this one is going to be perfect for solo plays. For Deadshot, we have the major augment, Dead to Rights. Bullets deal bonus damage to enemies within point blank range. Interesting. Very good for maybe shotguns and stuff like that. I think that would be great. And then for the minor augments, we have Dead Head. Temporarily increase your movement speed after getting a point blank kill. Again, kind of focuses on like the close range kills. I don't know how useful this is going to be, but they sound pretty good. Depth Perception now. We have for the major Sixth Sense. See enemies close behind you and take less damage from behind. W. I already hate Depth Perception. I think it's one of the worst perks in the game, and this one is pretty good. And for the minor augment, we have Hidden Gems. Depth Perception can now see loot. I don't know, kind of makes sense for Depth Perception, but I think this major one is pretty good. Stamina. We have for the major Guns Up, Fire 1 Sprinting. I like this one, to be fair. And for the minor, we have Footwork, increase non-forward sprinting speed. So basically, if you go backwards, sideways, and stuff like that, you're gonna move a bit faster. This one pretty good as well, but Hot Foot is like really nice for this one. And Free Faller is very good for this, or Stalker, but I think this one is very nice also. Like you can actually sprint and shoot, pretty good. Speed Cola. For the major, we have Ammo Surge, gain a burst of speed when initiating a reload. Could be pretty good, but I think classic formula is just way too important right here. And also for the minor, we have Prestigitation. What in the hell is that word? Reloading has a chance to not use stock ammo. Very interesting. This one actually could be used a lot, but also Quick Swap is very good also. Moving on to ammo mods, here we have a new ammo mod called Fireworks. This has been last seen in BO3 Zombies. It's pretty interesting. Basically, whenever this activates, it launches some fireworks in the sky that deals massive damage and kills zombies around, and looks very, very cool as well. You can see like a quick clip in here. We have, again, 8 augments for this one. We got Big Game. Fireworks can activate on elite enemies, creating a bigger light show. Very cool. Starburst. Fireworks explodes immediately, sending flares through enemies in all directions. Whipping Willow. Instead of targeting enemies, the flares will land on the ground and explode after a while. And Fire Wheel. Create 2 fire wheels that spin around and damages enemies. Very cool. Minor augments, we have Starlight. Fireworks launches more flares. Big Bang. Fireworks flare deal more damage to special elite enemies. I like this one. I don't think there's going to be like any elemental weaknesses with this one, so I think doing more damage to those guys is nice. High Yield, increase the area of effect, and Short Fuse, fireworks cooldown is reduced. Returning ammo mods, we got Brain Rot. For the new major, we have Charmed enemies deal toxic damage to nearby zombies, which is nice. And for the minor one, we have Super Serum, increase the damage dealt by charmed enemies. Very cool as well. We got Napalm Burst coming back, and for the big augment, we have Petroleum. Napalm Burst leaves a pool of fire on the ground. I love this one. This one sounds cool. And for the minor augment, we have Backdraft, increase the activation radius. And keep in mind, all of this might not sound very great, but you can actually take 2 minor ones now, which is huge. to be fair. Shadow Rift is coming back as well with a new major called Gravity Well. Shadow Rift becomes a black hole that pulls in enemies before teleporting away nearby enemy survivors. This one sounds very cool. It's like a mini Casimir that activates from time to time. And then for the miner, we have Ammo Theorem. Basically, teleporting enemies away adds ammo to your weapon magazine from the stock. Very cool as well. I like this like double miner augments for ammo mods a lot, to be fair. Deadwire is coming back as well with a new major called Ball Lightning. Activating Deadwire launches an orb that deals electric damage to nearby enemies as it moves. Very cool as well, like an energy mine that kind of moves and electrifies zombies. We got Miner Augment Aftershock. Enemies that are stunned by Deadwire have a chance to spread to nearby enemies. This one is amazing. I think this is kind of how it worked in the OG Zombies. Cryo-Freeze is making a return as well with a new major augment called Cold Company. Cryo-Freeze has a chance to activate on more than one enemy at once. Very good for high rounds. And for the minor augment, we have Thermal Shock. Enemies are damaged once they're unfrozen. Moving on to field upgrades, we do have a new one, or a returning one, I think, from Cold War, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we had this in MWC. It's called Toxic Growth. And of course, it's coming in with 8 augments as well. Basically, as you can see here in the quick video, it like puts on the ground some like stuff that comes out with tentacles, like the whole attack zombies and slow them down, and it can like let you revive and stuff like that. It's like a live plant basically that attacks zombies and slows them down. Kind of cool. So for the major augment, we have Urticant. Toxic Growth takes up a wide area, and enemies that enter the growth continue to be slowed after leaving it. Core Deception. The first normal or special enemy to walk in the growth is entangled and charmed, attacking other zombies. This one's pretty cool. Pollination. Enemies killed by growth explode, dealing toxic damage to nearby enemies and slowing them down. Very interesting. And Zoochori. The first normal or special enemy to walk into the growth becomes the toxic growth itself. That one sounds pretty interesting as well. And for the miners, we have Ankle Shredder. Enemies moving through the growth are even slower. Green Thumb, significantly increase the toxic growth health. Extra Charge, increase max charges by 1. Plant Food, killing enemies with toxic growth has a chance to drop healing fruit. Kind of like a Lightman situation right here. And also we're getting Dark Flare back with a new major augment, Muzzle Blast. The beam now deals additional damage in a cone in front of you. Pretty cool, especially whenever you get cornered and stuff. And a new minor, Dusk Flame. Enemies that are hit by the beam are dealt additional shadow damage over time. Healing Aura is coming back with a new major, Necromancer. Healing Aura can now revive dead allies. So if someone bleeds out, you can actually revive him if you have Ether Shot. And because we can like pretty much change those things on the go, you can get people back in the game so much faster. Also, minor augments, Cornucopia, I can't read those kind of things, man. Affected players get a health overcharge. Interesting. Frenzy Guard is coming back, and it has a new major augment, Fist of Frenzy. While frenzied, annihilate enemies with your fist. Sounds very fun. And for the miner, we have Dual Layer. While Frenzy Guard is active, armor durability is increased even more, which is fantastic. Energy Mine is making a return as well. We got a new major, Smart Mine. Energy Mine has more detonations and waits for multiple enemies to be in range for each activation. This one is very interesting. And for the miner, we have Recycle. A deployed energy mine can be recycled for field upgrade charge. Kind of interesting. Maybe if you kill all the zombies, you can pick it up and use it later. I don't know. And of course, Ether Shroud is coming back as well with a new major. After Mirage, distracts enemies with a dark ether clone of yourself. Very cool. And a new minor, Impulse, deals shadow damage to enemies on activation and increase your movement speed during Ether Shot as well. I think this one is going to be very good. Of course, we're also getting new Gobblegums and that kind of stuff, but we're not really going to go into it too much. These are all the perks, field upgrades, ammo mods, new augments and all that kind of stuff. The new augment system with that extra slot for a new minor augment, I think it's very cool. We have to pretty much research everything again, which is very nice, like makes us play a lot. And we also have like the new augments coming in, the new Wunderfizz thing. Like, there's so many new cool things coming to the game. I think there's a lot of great quality of life changes as well, and I cannot wait to try them out. And I really want to see if like they make anything, like they add any of those stuff in the open beta as well, because, well, we can actually play Black Ops 7 Zombies survival mode on the farms map in the open beta or early access beta, whichever you got. And also the WIS-T, the new perk, I think it looks and seems very great. Definitely cannot wait to try it out. And also the Wunderfizz change is pretty great. But anyways, let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section below, guys. Smash the like button, subscribe for more content. I think Black Ops 7 is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's probably Black Ops 6 Zombies with new system, new modes, and more time in the oven as a more polished experience. I think this is what Black Ops 6 should have been from the beginning. Maybe if they didn't make Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7, it would have been like even greater. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know your thoughts. Bye bye.